Nice cutoff.
I nailed it that time, didn't I?
You did.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the LPTV Disney Morning Show. My name is Doobie, co founder here at LP. Man over there is the managing editor, Kyle Burbank, my good friend. I think, what have I known you now? About 20, 25 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Since I was 12 years old.
lifelong good friend. We're going to talk about what's going on in the world of Disney. It's a busy day today, but first, let's say hello to all the people in the comments. There's just one. What a disappointment.
Where's
Friday,
Yay?
Thursday does not qualify. Thursday is just another day. We only yay for Friday. So you are. All right. Yeah, lots going on. We're going to talk about stuff with the theme parks. We're going to talk about some movie stuff, some cast member stuff, some opportunities for you to save money. We were going to delve into Universal and Legoland today. And of course, the educational part of our show, This Day in Disney History. But as always, we start with Kyle's financial update. So yesterday, Kyle, it was in the $92 range. How's the stock doing today?
You know what? I'm going to try to be positive and I'm going to say up.
Let's take a scroll down. Wow, way up, 94.14. When we are thrilled that it's 94.14, Disney is in trouble, but we're happy to see that. Cool. And now, everyone's favorite part of the show.
Hello and welcome to the LP Disney weather update on a Thursday. Thursday is such a crazy, lazy day. Thursday has its own peculiar way of saying hey. Sometimes, Thursday almost makes you want to run away. Thursday is such a crazy, lazy day. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim is a bit cloudy now but will clear around lunchtime. Today's high will be 73 degrees, making for an easy Kyle pick of the day. Walt Disney World is well on its way toward reaching today's high of 89 that will feel more like 92. Once again, scattered thunderstorms will be possible this evening, and will hang around for a bit longer than usual, currently forecasted to dissipate around 10 p.m. Nevertheless, this still seems like a doobie pick. Castaway Cay will mostly be in the upper 80s today but will cool a bit as the afternoon turns to evening. Also, isolated thunderstorms may pop up during the day, so keep an eye on the sky. Disneyland Paris is back to its old ways with some showers on the radar at the moment. Luckily, those should clear shortly, allowing them to enjoy their spectacular spectaculars tonight. Speaking of rain, Tokyo will have a pretty wet day again tomorrow. Showers are expected to begin around 9 a.m., and a chance of rain is in the forecast for every hour through the rest of the day. Meanwhile, they'll reach a high of 73 and see a low of 65. In Shanghai, it will be pretty cloudy tomorrow and will top out at 80 degrees. Finally, Hong Kong will see partly cloudy skies and the same heat and humidity combo that we've been noting lately. This means that the real feel will be around 95 degrees even though the on-paper temp is 11 degrees below that. And that wraps up another Disney weather report. Phew, just one more day before the weekend. You got this, Ethan. Also, perhaps I may get to sleep in a bit tomorrow. We'll see. Bye for now.
All right, Ethan, a couple of things. Was that a song at the beginning of this?
Yeah, it's a Harry Nilsson song.
Oh, new to me. And it's actually about Thursday.
Yeah, it's called Thursday, either parentheses Thursday, that's why I didn't go to work or something like that.
And what did he say at the end that got me? Oh, what
He
did he
said you
say at
might be
the
able
end?
to sleep in tomorrow.
No, that is true. What time is that show tomorrow? 10 o'clock.
That's up to you.
Okay, we'll let you know. Our show is going to be a little late tomorrow. Oh, he said you got this. All right. No offense to all the people out there who constantly tell me that because I am going through a journey, which is another term I hate. And they're, oh, Doobie, you got this. I appreciate the sentiment. I hate the phrase. All right. To me, it's the equivalent of HBD. It's, you got this. No, and never
Well,
mind.
he's
I don't
saying
want
it
to
to
offend you,
himself. He's not trying to motivate other people.
but he said it to annoy me.
He didn't say it to annoy. How would Ethan know that that's your hang up? That's not even like some modern talk like, oh, it's been a minute or the feels. That's just saying, hey, you got this. Keep going. He's just
Ethan,
motivating himself. He's not needling you. I mean, if he was trying to needle you, there's way better ways. But it just seems like maybe you have far too many little triggers that people are going to go over trip over them at any point.
Wow, Kyle, you're getting kind of mean. A little offended now. Speaking of triggers. All right, let's move on to some Disney news. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is here in a sense, Kyle. It premieres at is it Cannes or Cannes? Is it Cannes?
Yeah.
Cannes at the Cannes Film Festival tonight in the south of France. Do reviews come out of that? Do we start to get a feel from it?
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
get a few reviews. I don't know if I don't think they would embargo them from a film festival.
So that's going to be pretty exciting. So they did what's called a photo call over in France in anticipation. So let's take a look at some of those pictures. You can see the people and I'm guessing the filmmakers of the film.
This is the official con wardrobe, by the way. You have to wear a suit with no tie and sunglasses. It's the rules.
Right. Although apparently Harrison Ford's a rule breaker. He does not have the sunglasses on. But
he probably flew in too. And so yeah, this is we've seen this vehicle or one like it in the trailer.
So there you have this con photo call for Indiana Jones: Dial of Destiny, and definitely looking forward to hear what people think of that movie. I wonder the fact that they're premiering it here, they probably feel pretty good about it. So we're not going to get another Crystal Skull here, I don't think.
I hope not.
Oh, we all hope not. And then we just got some breaking news this morning. Oh, wait. We can't just say breaking news. That's dumb. Kyle.
Yeah.
What's the news?
Well, I thought you were going to pull it up. Little Mermaid. We
There's
knew that
nothing
there was
to pull
going to be a new meet and greet inspired by the live action version of the film coming to Walt Disney World and to Disneyland. And now we have a date for that. And if you've been paying attention to when the film's released, this will not be a surprise to you, but it will officially be debuting on May 26th, the day that the film opens in theaters.
Couldn't even wait for me to pull up the picture.
So this is not the actual meet and greet. This is just a still from the movie, but she'll look, I don't know if she'll be in that dress. Like, I don't know if she'll be in mermaid form. That part we don't really know yet. But based on the fact that I think the one at it's a small world, and they don't really have structures over there. So I imagine that it would probably be a not very what's the word? Like not very elaborate meet and greet. Like I don't think she'd be in her fin. I think she'll probably will be something like this in her human form. But does that mean that she can't talk then?
We are very anxious to see this meet and greet. I think it's going to be interesting. So May 26th, which I believe is coincidentally the same day the movie opens, right?
As I said during the
So Ariel's going to be very busy that day between the movie and California and Florida. She's got a lot going on.
She's got a special swim channel.
Hope she can catch the EAC. So thank you to Stat Princess for sending me a link behind the scenes of the reaction of Cannes, to Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It was premiered on a Sunday way back then, and it was met with a 3.5-minute standing ovation. Nowhere near a festival record, but a reaction of respect, appreciation for the film's craftsmanship, and the nostalgia, sensibility, and style. So, the fact that it is premiering at Cannes means nothing, and even if it gets a long-standing ovation there, that means nothing as well, because this movie was not good. I think it is universal, right, that Crystal Skull was a terrible, terrible movie.
Yeah, I think some people appreciated seeing Indy again, but now that this will help erase that.
Yeah, we're going to pretend like it's going to be like they should have done it, like pretended like the last one didn't happen, like they did Superman. Superman 1 and 2 happened, but 3 and 4 never actually happened. Forget about those. All right, let's get to the parks. Floyd Pepper of Muppet Mayhem. You may not have been at Disney World recently, but he was, and this is a
well, I have questions about that, but we'll get to that.
Whoa! Spaceship Earth. I haven't been off planet in a long time. I gotta check this out. Time travel. Now that's one trip even the Electric Mayhem ain't taking. Let's do it. Man, this is trippy. prehistoric times. 30,000 years ago when dinosaurs ruled the earth. And they made rock music with real rocks. Ah, Rome, sweet Rome. Hail Caesar. Hey, I love your salad dressing, man. Oh, look, there's Michelangelo painting on the ceiling. Thought only animal did that. Hey, Mikey, I think that's gonna need a second coat. I'm just kidding, man. You're doing great. Here we are in the modern age. Folks can communicate fast. Telegraph, telephone, or if you're in a real hurry, you can tell Miss Piggy. That gal invented tell-all talking. Yeah. Wow. Going all the way to the moon for rock and roll. Can you dig it? Well, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. The computer age. Oh, hello there. How you doing? Winging our way through the interweb, laying down some digital tracks and heading for our future. Where we're going, nobody knows. Where we've been, I can't remember. Well, what a long, strange trip that was. Peace out, y'all.
Can you rewind and pause for a second?
How far?
Just that while he's in front of spaceship, or like the exterior.
Like that?
No, like the
Oh,
other end, like
the
right
other
before the thing comes up. Yeah. I don't see the little beacons, so I feel like this must have been shot like a long time ago.
Kyle's investigative report here. I noticed that too. I really hope they filmed this before the park opened because he was doing a lot. I'd have been pretty annoyed if I was on that ride. Anyway, Floyd Pepper. Was that who that was?
Can I share some breaking personal news?
Yes.
I watched the first 2 episodes of Muppets Mayhem last night.
Let's get Kyle's review.
It's fun. I like it. The cameos work well. I don't love the animal storyline. Just him like constantly popping in. Yeah, that's getting old. I thought it was gonna die like halfway through the first episode, and it was still going strong in the second.
Spoiler: still going strong in the 6th.
All right. So yeah,
Hey, we forgot to watch that last night, hun. What happened? I can't believe that. Sorry, go on.
But otherwise, yeah, lots. I find it fun. There's a couple like interesting jokes. Like did you catch the amount of money that they would have had to pay what their advance was?
I did not.
$420,000.
Oh, I did catch that. Did not appreciate it, but I caught it. Yeah, but it is. Despite that, it is a good show. I hope everyone out there at least gives it a try because it took me 1 episode to love it. So give that first episode a try. It's funnier than the Spaceship Earth video we just saw, by the way.
Laughing at everything he says.
If it was this,
I can see why they sat on that for 3 years or whatever it is.
Are we sure he just wasn't like in front of a green screen and they were just using old footage?
I don't know. I guess it could be, but I think they probably just shot it a while ago and then just finally had a reason to use it.
Yeah, as Rebecca said, quite a few 420 references. Not my favorite part of the show. Why? All right, sorry. My website is going slow. I don't like that. All right, moving on to more stuff at Walt Disney World. They have a new PhotoPass Magic Shot. It is watercolor. This one is interesting, in my humble opinion.
It just looks blown out. Like it takes a while to like actually see the water. Like when Jeremiah shared the photo he just took, I thought that it was just like some HDR thing where there was like an overexposed and an underexposed, and that they were supposed to merge them or something. He might have just put it in to do. I don't remember if he shared it in random.
Okay, I would like to have a real one if I could.
That's just in.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Channel. Yes, cool. Okay, so we don't need you, ladies.
But yeah, I don't really get the watercolor effect all that much. It seriously just looks blown out to me.
Sorry.
It's okay. We'll have this Jeremiah one any moment now. It doesn't seem that magical. You kind of just turn up the
Dude.
Turn down the contrast on your.
Doo-doo-doo.
But
So
yeah, this is available.
it not only watercolors, it also removes the people from the background, as you can see, as they put it in
Okay.
an artistic way. And you'll
So
be able to
basically, it just
see.
drops in the background.
Well, I mean, in a second, you're going to see Jeremiah's. And if you know me, you know I am now stuck until this works. So, Kyle, just take over.
Yeah. But essentially, it probably just cuts you out like a green screen and then drops in the new thing. It does look like very close. Obviously, they have you stand in this specific spot so that when you drop the thing behind you, the two photos side by side look very similar to each other in as far as the angle and everything. But yeah, I'd have to say not my favorite magic shot from what I've seen.
And in a moment, you're going to see Jeremiah's version of it as soon as my stupid Windows Explorer stops saying not
Like at
responding.
least if they're gonna drop in the castle behind it, like make it like I know that they already have like the filters so you can turn it into the cupcake and stuff like that. But it'd be fun if they just gave you like almost like an Andy Warhol pop photo of all four of them. So you have the normal one, the watercolor, and then some other like fun alternates or something like that. And
Success.
Okay.
Goodness. Before. Sorry, they're two different pictures, so I have to do side by side. And after.
That looks so terrible.
You know what? This is perhaps the worst magic shot ever.
Thank you.
That is horrible.
You're right. It almost looks like it wants to be like I see what they're going for. Sort of. It looks like it wants to be like a painting, or it looks like know what it looks like. What's the song? The '80s show where there's like the sketches and the watercolor.
Take on Me.
No. Oh, looks like Take on Me too.
You know what? This may not do it. It looks better to me than it does on this screen. It's a watercolor. It's not meant to look like a photo. It's meant to look like a watercolor. I know you hate when I do this, Kyle. I've gone 180 on my opinion here. This looks really cool.
Oh, Family Ties is what I'm thinking of, by the way.
Oh yeah. So what's kind of funny here, because it says it removes the background.
While I was googling it.
It says it removes the background. So you see this lady in the background here. She has a cane, and in the watercolor version, you can see the bottom of the cane.
Are you back to my side, or is it still a thumbs up?
Be a little more careful on what you have in your background, but no, I'm still good. I like this. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's nothing you couldn't do yourself just by touching the watercolor button in Photoshop once you get it home.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a better filter in Instagram than this.
What I don't like is Jeremiah's wearing my shirt.
Also, it looks like I guess he kind of got like a stainy, drippy thing going on there. Is that like, do you think that's
over
the
here?
cane? It's like kind of shadowed over there. That little drip there is probably something to do with the remnants of the cane.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You mean back here by the cane, the dark?
So forward, so like
here,
right there.
Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to be. It doesn't look related to this part to the original picture.
It's bad. Did we come back to my side?
Yeah, I don't see any relation to anything on here that makes it go drip, drip, drip over
filter
here.
that they're using, because there's that thing there, they ended up kind of duplicating it in whatever.
But it's cool the way it gets rid of the background. Let's see, because wait, no, there's no balloons. I thought like, oh, cool, look, there's like balloons back here, but there's no balloons in the original picture. It's just making stuff up. This is dumb. Never mind. I'm back to my original. This is stupid. Nice try, Disney. Keep trying. But if you want yours, go to Disney World, go to Magic Kingdom.
If you have an annual pass and you have it for free or whatever. I don't know if you have it for free with an annual pass. I'm just saying.
Kyle's just saying stuff. But Kyle said it's free with my annual pass.
No, Kyle's not an annual pass holder.
So, one of the coolest cast member activities. Whoa. The Roosevelt's Disney 100 collection remains available in the adults, women, youth, and toddler sizes, all three styles. That is great news for people who want that. Do not get the shirt Jeremiah had. I have that shirt. I don't like seeing other people in it, but the other two, please go for and get them. Doobie does not do flip-flops. Sorry. Okay, Kyle, if you had to
Yes.
guess, how long have they been doing canoe races at Disney parks?
I'm guess 40 something years.
You are so right. You're amazing. 48th annual canoe races at Walt Disney World took place this year. If you don't know what those are, various cast member groups, they'll like group by a certain hotel or job type or something, and they get up really, really early and they go. I'm curious, Tony, I know you used to work. Did you ever do the canoe races? They go
I
to the
was gonna
Magic
say,
Kingdom?
Becca did not participate in the actual canoe race, but she was the mascot for the bakery, the Boardwalk Bakery team, the Tough Cookies. She had a cookie costume and a fake mohawk, and they won most spirited. So I attribute that to her.
What did being a mascot entail?
The things I just said, being a mascot and being a cheerleader on the side
She didn't
during
have to wear
entertainment.
like a. She didn't wear a cookie costume.
I just said she did. It's a great co-host relationship we have here.
I'm trying to. There's breaking Figment magnet news, and I'm trying to catch up on
Okay,
that.
well
And
we all
okay,
right.
all right, this is bad. Oh, Luke did it. I did it at Disneyland once. Did not do well. Oh well. So the cool part of them doing it at Magic Kingdom, in my opinion, is the actual canoes have not run there since in nearly 30 years, but they still bring out canoes to do the canoe races every year. So that's kind of cool. Um, I love the idea of representing tough. I think she means tough, but you never know.
Yeah, tough cookies.
All right. On television, we yesterday we talked about the upcoming fall lineup for Disney, ABC, and it included on Sunday nights The Wonderful World of Disney, and now they have told us that The Wonderful World of Disney returns next month with animated classics from Disney and Pixar. The ones they have let us know about will be The Lion King, the original, on June 11th, Tangled on June 25th, Toy Story 2 on July 2nd. Who watches these movies on broadcast TV?
People who leave the television on
That is
and
pretty
don't
much
have
it,
Disney
right?
Plus.
I mean, no, I say that though, but if I'm like switching channels and Spike TV, is that still a thing? Is showing
Not a thing.
Revenge of the Jedi. Whoever has the rights now shows Revenge of the
Return
Jedi.
of the
I'll leave
Jedi.
it on. I'll leave it on at least until the next
No, I've
commercial.
done that
'Cause,
before too. I've done that
yeah,
with Moneyball and Die Hard.
this is true. I am not a fan of, especially for men, shoes where feet are visible. Never, ever, ever wear flip flops. Okay. Anything else you want to tell me, Kyle, that I won't hear?
No, I'm good. I saw your breaking Figment news. They're just making it more obvious that the annual pass holder magnet is going to be Figment. They already basically laid that out. So
Yeah, but yes, it will be Figment. It is now official, and that is that. Okay, White Men Can't
imagination
Jump. How excited are you for White Men Can't Jump on
on a
Hulu
scale of
tomorrow?
1 to 10.
Sure.
1. I don't know. I've never seen the original. I have no intention of watching the remake unless for some reason Becca wanted to and was like, "We're gonna watch White Man Can't Jump. We're gonna do a double feature today." And I'd be like, "Oh,
No,
okay. Well,
she'll just watch it without you. She didn't care.
yeah,
Well,
that's true."
anyway, White Men Can't Jump, a remake of the what, in my opinion, classic
A
film.
remix is what the
Oh my
marketing
goodness.
likes to say.
No, I don't get into marketing speak. So, a remake of the classic film starring Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes is coming to Hulu tomorrow. 1992 classic film. So, our own Mike Mack, our sports guy, reviewed it. As always with reviews, I will give the headline and its final paragraph. Hulu's White Men Can't Jump is an enjoyable departure from the original film. And his final paragraph is: overall, Hulu's White Men Can't Jump is certainly not the original, but rather an enjoyable film on its own. Fans of the original will get enough to make them happy, but it will be tough for this remix to live up to the 1992 classic. Still, the leading men do a great job. Got another typo, Mac. And the supporting cast add a lot of depth. It's also nice to see semi-believable basketball in a movie which prior to this film was seemingly impossible to execute. So there you go. And
That's why he's the sports guy.
by comparison, Rotten Tomatoes gives it 30% on the tomato meter. But only 20 reviews are in. When I looked earlier, there were fewer reviews and it was even lower, so it's on its way up. Catch that tomorrow on Hulu. Fun fact about the original White Men Can't Jump: Woody Harrelson played the college basketball player, former college basketball player who had a gambling issue, and Wesley Snipes played the ultimate streetball player who just was better than anybody. Wesley Snipes, not really an athlete. So
Not really an athlete, and not a big fan of paying taxes. It was so easy.
Honey But True. Now I want to watch Passenger 57. I love that movie.
Go watch the Blade trilogy.
Always bet on black. Dumb movie, but I love Passenger 57. And if you don't yet have Hulu and you really want to see White Men Can't Jump,
Hulu doesn't just have live sports. It's a lifestyle.
we have good news for you. National Streaming Day is Sunday, and Hulu wants you to become a streamer with them by giving you a special National Streaming Day special. Not to be redundant. From now until May 27th, new and eligible returning Hulu subscribers who are not Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, or Disney Bundle subscribers can subscribe to Hulu with ads for only $2 a month for 3 months. And you can add Disney Plus with ads for just $2 more. So you can see White Men Can't Jump this weekend for only really $2. I mean, that's hard to pass up, right, Kyle?
I mean, so I wrote an article for a personal finance site that I write for, all about 7 ways that you could save money on streaming, and one of them even mentioned look for coupon codes and special offers, especially with Streaming Day coming up on the 20th. So look at me, knowing what I'm talking about.
You should write an article about that on that. I'm just kidding. I did hear you that time. And so Hulu, I feel like Kyle, streaming might be a part of the future. Like maybe it's not going anywhere. And,
yeah, it'll just be a little bit more refined.
And I wonder if it's going to have an impact on linear television, even channels like ESPN.
Yeah, I mean, they've already said that basically anytime they have these new sports rights negotiations, streaming is part of that. They want to make streaming a bigger part of their business because they're not stupid. They know that linear television is going away and that they want to be able to direct to consumer is the way forward.
So this morning, Wall Street Journal had an article on this very topic. Nothing earth-shattering about it, but it at least says, gives a little bit more detail on the fact that Disney has a specific project for this. It's called Project Flagship, and they ultimately plan to sell ESPN directly to consumers, and not so you don't necessarily have to go through cable companies. They do have ESPN Plus now, but it does not have the same rights that ESPN does. You're not going to see Monday Night Football on ESPN Plus unless you also have an ESPN subscription through a cable company or YouTube.
Well, they also have ESPN included in some of those fake cable bundles, like those streaming cable bundles that you get from I don't know specific ones, but because I don't know which is included which, but there's things like Fubo or things like that are standalone streaming things, and some of those include ESPN.
Certainly in the fairly near future, you'll be able to just subscribe to ESPN or probably ESPN Plus in some form, and it will include all the stuff that's on ESPN now, streaming live, all the sports that are on there now,
and the Pat McAfee show.
Which will further put a nail in the cable coffin, because that's really what they've got left. For a lot of people, is what they've got left is live sports. Okay. I wasn't sure if Billy. What was Benji at yesterday? Villains of Valley View. What is this thing?
I don't know what it is, and there's apparently a rap party that he was at. Totally worth flying down to the other part of the state for.
Season 2 rap party. So the best part of this, though, is the red carpet was humongous. It was you can see it right there. That is the extent of the red carpet.
This is the first step of repeat that doesn't really repeat. It's just a step.
So that's Villains of Valley View. He was there for the rap party for season 2. And I'm sure he will be writing about that soon on Laughing Place. You can check that out. We got a little bit of merchandise news. I think this was triggered by my wife actually doing some shopping yesterday at Sam's Club. And Sam's Club, everyone is getting in the Disney 100, in the Disney 100 game, even Sam's Club. So they have some Sam's Club exclusive Disney 100 headbands, lots of headbands actually, mouse bands, headbands, mouse headbands, whatever you call them. They've got a cool T-shirt. I'm curious. Oh, it's a kid shirt.
I
Do
don't
they
know
have
about
adult
cool.
shirt?
It's very basic.
I want this shirt. If it was an adult size, I would like this shirt actually. It's very basic but cool. And then the best part is some pool floaties. So if you're a Sam's Club member, you know the best part about Sam's Club, Kyle?
What?
You go through,
Scan and go?
you scan everything on your phone, you walk out the door.
I mean, that's actually, honestly, when we first got a Sam's Club membership, we didn't have Costco in Springfield. Now there is a Costco, which my father swears by, but I've put off making the switch partially because it's further away from our apartment than the Sam's Club is, but also because I don't believe that they have this scan and go technology. And I don't know what I would do if I didn't have that. It makes life so much better.
It is cool.
They also have it. If you're a Walmart Plus customer, you can use Scan and Go at Walmart, but you still have to go to the self-checkout thing. But you just like scan another QR code and then it like links and you go. So you don't have to like scan everything again. So it saves you a little bit of time, but it's not as good as the Sam's Club.
Oh, at Sam's Club, you do have to you have to see a
the
person
guy.
as
They
you go
scan
out.
3 items, which is why when I put them in my cart, I strategically put the barcodes up for them, so I make their job a little easier. And I think I'm a good person for that.
That is the Kyle difference. And if that's all you need to do to think you're a good person,
I like to be helpful. I mean, sometimes they'll try to go for the heart because obviously, if you're putting everything up and then you're trying to put one, they're gonna catch that.
why is that television down there? Anyway, season 2 of Villains of Valley View debuts on Disney Channel on June 15th. That's the wrap party they were just at. And apparently I got the sequence wrong. She actually went to Sam's Club, prompted by an email saying Disney 100 stuff had arrived. So,
By the way, another thing I like about the Scan and Go is that when you go to check out, it's like, did you want any of these items that you normally get? I'm like, oh yeah, good point. I should get that. So that's helpful.
that's a win-win for them and you. That's cool.
Yeah.
And apparently our local U-Haul has Scan and Go too. Just grab your boxes, scan and go.
We were supposed to do that for U-Haul when we rented a truck when we were moving. We were supposed to be able to just go and like get the key remotely, but it didn't work, and so we had to go talk to somebody. After the person in front of us took an eternity, so you know how.
That's the best thing about renting cars now is you just land and you go get a car. You don't have to deal with the line anymore. How cool is that?
Well, I guess I've been doing that. Well, I've only rented a car a handful of times, but that's what. I remember the first time that happened was at Newark Airport with my dad, and that was because he was one of the preferred customers. So it was just look at the board. There's my name. Let's go to the row and get to car. So. And
now it's not even that. Now it's just go pick your car. President's Circle.
the one time that I have rented a car, it was a Hertz, and they saw me walking to the lot where it said my car was. They're like, "Oh, well, you get a free upgrade. Come over here instead." And they had all these like pretty cars that I could have had for the same price, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable driving these cars, so I still got a Toyota Yaris Blueberry.
Wow. That maybe makes you a good person. All right.
Well, fuel efficiency is also. I had to drive from LAX to Anaheim.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Because that's all a part of the rental car gas company conspiracy trying to get you to spend more money. That is a good idea. I wish Disney Parks let you opt into something like you just described. So as you're walking down Main Street, wait, you forgot to get the new popcorn bucket or sample this new macaron. That is a good idea. I wish they did too.
Maybe at Disneyland they could also let you tap a magic band and charge your room, but apparently that's too much to ask.
I'm reading a book now on the merger of AOL and Time Warner and how AOL was supposed to help Time Warner fix their tech. And I feel like Disney needs to merge with the tech company so they can...
Yesterday, Christine McCarthy said they were happy with their tech. They didn't want anybody else's tech. And I'm like, oh, well, you should not like your tech.
Oh,
that is, not
she
what you
said
want.
that out
and
loud.
by the way, by read a book, do you mean listen to a book?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Audible for sure. But you feel like you read it. When I look back on books from the past, I can't remember if I read them or I heard them. In your mind, it's the same thing. So
I
I'm going
review
with read.
books for my personal finance site, and I put audiobook review in the headline, but really I'm like, nope, I'm reviewing the book.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I keep trying to pressure a certain programmer I know to craft an app for that. I don't know who she's referring to, so we're going to move
She
on.
knows lots of programmers.
Does she?
Guess so.
Now I'm thinking about that app. No, stay focused. Okay, over at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Jurassic Park's not a real thing, dude. But yeah, I don't know if you heard.
Everyone's always a fan of the tribute store. What is the tribute store, Kyle? Can you describe it?
It's a store where they sell stuff to a different theme, and so this one's going to be a Jurassic Park 30th anniversary making of tribute store. So there should probably be some props, both from the film and from the ride. I guess if they've taken out ride props over the year from the ride. Yes, the making of. So I was like, is this a making of the tribute store or the making of the movie? It's very confusing.
The APs love the tribute store.
That's
I said
Florida.
Florida. Didn't I say Florida?
I don't know. I think maybe he's referencing yesterday. But maybe
okay.
I wasn't listening
That's
that
fine.
hard.
All right, never mind. It's in Florida, the tribute store. Fans love the tribute store. It's always a big deal when a new tribute store opens. So Tony says, Doobie said Hollywood. I'm sorry. Florida. Universal Studios, Florida.
He probably is thinking Hollywood Studios.
Does Hollywood even... Oh, I think I was thinking... I did, because I was distinguishing it from IOA, and I said Universal, and then I did say Hollywood. You
Well, it's
right,
also
Tony.
confusing that it's Universal Studios Florida at Universal Orlando Resort.
It is very confusing. Tony Betty, I apologize for doubting
Extra
you for
nomenclature.
even a moment.
Escape
That's
from
fine.
this.
Legoland, or at least next door to Legoland, they have their new Peppa Pig, relatively new Peppa Pig theme park, and they are introducing Breakfast with Peppa Pig this summer, which is a
Can you
wonderful
scroll down to the
thing.
photo real quick?
That's the whole reason I did this story, Kyle.
Okay, good. I know you might be scared about those sausage links there, but they do specify that they're chicken apple sausage links, not pork sausage links. There's no bacon to be seen. It's such an obvious joke, but it's really funny.
I mean, I can remember going to when they opened up the character breakfast at Plaza Inn at Disneyland, and we were there with Piglet, and our friends were eating bacon, and it's an awkward moment when you're eating the character that's right there. So
I remember going to the aquarium as a kid with my brother, and he wanted to get fish sticks. My parents were like, "No, we're not doing that."
it's fresh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somehow it's slightly better when it's not an anthropomorphized, and when it's not, yeah. And then Legoland California had some news too, as they announced their summer block party with all new shows. They are going to have. What did you say?
Spaceship, spaceship, spaceship.
They are going to have lights, camera, action. Nope, they're not. They're going to have Go
It's a little
Extreme.
close to.
Go Extreme, which is the Lego City TV show, Legoland Summer Jam, Pirate Captain Swashbuckling Jig, Once Upon a Brick, The Tale of the Unicorn King. More fun stuff. Go check that out. Legoland California is beautiful. I prefer it to Florida just because of the setting. Wow. It's such a beautiful setting. So I like everything in Florida more. Yeah. But SeaWorld Florida and SeaWorld California and Legoland California are more beautiful because they're just in a more beautiful location.
I want to love Legoland because I love Legos and I love theme parks, but it's always so disappointing because it's just so geared towards children and like very young children that even when they make the attractions look awesome on the billboards, they're not that at all.
It is definitely for the littles, and not even like tweens. It's for the littles.
And I always thought that, maybe the Florida one will be different, but I'm guessing that's not. And so the fact that you even like the one in Carlsbad more is telling.
All right, I think that's all the news we've got for the moment. So let's get to this. On this day in 1910, a Disney legend was born. A female Disney legend was born. Doesn't help you.
Yeah,
She
nothing.
is. Oh, okay, I'm going to give you the dead giveaway. If you don't get it from this, you're just going to get it. She is probably most well known to Disney fans for designing the mural, the tile mosaic in Cinderella Castle as you walk through Cinderella Castle at the Magic Kingdom.
I don't know.
Dorothea Redmond. Come on, Kyle.
Sorry.
Goodness.
I'm more familiar with Dorothea Method Man.
Dorothea Redmond was born on this day in 1910, and she passed away at the age of 98. So way to
Wow.
go, Dorothea. And she was named the Disney Legend in 2008. Okay, Kyle, this one's this one's more to your liking.
Thank you.
What I wanted to say.
I don't know either.
More up your alley is probably what I wanted to say. More up your butt is what kept wanting to come out of my mouth. So,
Thank you for spelling it out, since none of us could have done that math.
in this day, oh wait, we've got breaking news.
Oh, poster.
All right. We've talked about this before, but now we have visual evidence. So let's go ahead and show it.
Visual evidence?
Yes, visual evidence. Let's keep the mute on here. Share this tab. It's already sharing. Here we go. Everybody get ready. It was gone, but now it's back. These creatures are kind of scary now that I get a better look at them. This just happened moments ago. It's coming.
Which is longer, the wait for this or the wait till we actually got the footage?
Wow. Kyle is harsh. I'll take. You know what was missing from that fire-breathing dragon?
The fire?
Did it not go?
I mean, I saw some smoke.
All right, so apparently the fire's back, and we've got this footage, and
Is this something we tweeted?
yes, this is just our tweet.
We should.
All right. Someone take a look at that and make sure that. Let's get back to this day in Disney history.
We also have some breaking news after that. Wait. It says wait for it. How can I wait for it?
On this day in 1970, one of your favorite actresses was born. She has 2 Disney credits that I'm aware of. She was a narrator of a Disney Nature movie, and she was also in Muppets Most Wanted.
Oh. Tina Fey.
Kevin, what a fire, yes.
Wait for it, Tony.
Yes,
I
Tina
deleted
Fey
it, by the way. I
Tina
scrubbed
Fey.
so I did not see fire. Tina Fey, yeah.
is the correct answer.
I don't know which Disney Nature she did, but I do know that she did one.
She did Monkey Kingdom. And there she is in a really great role in Muppets Most Wanted. Okay, on this day in 1986, a Disney movie premiered that I didn't write down the synopsis for. So let me get that for you. It premiered on the Magical World of Disney. An invisible creature befriends a 12-year-old boy. Of course, no one else can see him nor believes him.
Pete's Dragon.
Is not the correct answer for this 1986 film
Pete's
that
Dragon.
premiered on TV. That would be a better answer, but that is not either. I never heard of this until yesterday, but I'm sure my wife
I've
has.
seen this horrifying photo, but I have not heard of it. Really.
Fuzz Bucket. Is that a young guy
This is
who
like
played
the
Robin?
Mac and Me. Is that JGL? Is that what you're asking?
Who's JGL?
Yeah.
Who's JGL?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes, is that Joseph Gordon-Levitt? It is not, apparently.
Okay. But yeah, this is like the Mac and Me version of Harry and the Hendersons.
And Phil Fundacaro played Fuzzbucket.
Good for
There you
him.
go, right there. Today that would have been Andy Serkis. All right, on this day in 1992, another birthday. Child actor for Disney. Disney's The Kid, The Shaggy Dog, Santa Claus 2. Also a
What year?
musician now, 1992.
So wait, he's a musician. Is it the first
Also a musician.
Spencer Breslin?
Yes. Way to go. How'd you know that one, Kyle?
Based on the roles you said.
That's impressive. Proud of you on that one. Got one legitimately. On this day in 1995, this one will not make you guess, but Disney signed an agreement to take over 25% and begin and start running the Anaheim Angels, or what would become the Anaheim Angels.
The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
They would eventually become that too. But this is when Disney decided we're getting in the sports game. And then a little while later, they decided we're getting out of the sports game. But
I could have guessed that with a couple of decent clues.
And that's a big one to us because in 2002, the Angels won the World Series and we were there. That was the year we decided, yeah, let's start going to baseball games. Worked out. In 2019, something opened at Downtown Disney in California.
What year again?
2019.
2019 opened. Wow. Was that the Ballast Point?
Oh, you're right on the edge. Black Tap.
Oh, well, could have given me a second guess.
Nah, it's okay. Vanessa Hudgens was at the grand opening for this for some reason. I would love to know why they got Vanessa Hudgens, but she was there for the opening of Black Tap Craft Burgers and Shakes, which is really an awesome place to go for shakes at Downtown Disney if you haven't been there. And finally, in 2020, there was a huge reorg announced. You may recall that, and someone was named
Kareem Daniel.
Okay, yeah, but that's not the this degree I'm going for. Which one do you think I'm going for?
I don't know.
What part do we most care about that happened?
Oh, DeMauro was announced
Josh DeMauro.
as Parks head.
He was on this day, the very popular Josh DeMauro. There he is, meeting some guests. So apparently, this was a picture from Reddit, and the guy said Josh spent some time talking to his daughter about the tech behind Rise of the Resistance, because that's the kind of guy he is. So, that's it for this day in Disney history, Kyle. Anything? You said you had some new breaking news?
Yeah, we got an email. I don't know if you got an email, but if not, I will send you the visual, and then we can I'll talk about the content. We knew that a reboot or a continuation of the popular Fox turned, what was it, Comedy Central comedy Futurama was coming to Hulu. Now we have a date. The new season will kick off Monday, July 24th, 2023, with all of the original cast, including the guy who voices Bender after there was a little bit of a standoff there. And I like this Hulu monthly office space is renting from there. $6.99 with commercials. There's some fun things.
That is very funny. Are you a fan?
I am more now than I used to be. Like the first season I didn't like very much when it was on Fox, like watching it against The Simpsons. I always preferred The Simpsons. I think my dad also kind of tainted that because he didn't really like it. And so I was just like, yeah, that show's not very good. But then Becca's a big fan, and we'd watch it back when we had cable. We'd watch reruns on FXX and things like that. And which is weird. There's so many seasons of that show, and I felt like I always saw like the same 5. But I do enjoy it more. It's got some fun, clever things, and a lot of things that make no sense, but that's also what makes it fun.
All right. I think that's our show today. Just checking the Twitter real quick. And I am not seeing anything else.
Anything else?
Hey, did you know the Little Mermaid soundtrack drops tonight at midnight?
No, I didn't. Maybe I did. We've probably written about it.
Well,
but also
it does. So we were watching TV yesterday, broadcast TV. Little Mermaid soundtrack drops tonight at midnight. This is a tweet from Disney Music. See what happens when you get your tweet out before 10 o'clock? You actually stand out a little bit. No need to schedule it right on the top of the hour. We were watching ABC. Oh my goodness. We watched Celebrity Jeopardy, Celebrity Family Feud, and the Game Show. We watched the whole block.
Celebrity Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, did I say Family Feud? I'm sorry, Wheel of Fortune.
And it was Jeopardy Masters?
It was Jeopardy Masters, not Celebrity.
Just
Take 2. We watched Jeopardy Masters, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, and the Game Show. We watched on live TV last night. They are hyping this Little Mermaid like crazy. it is a big deal for this company. So I think she was on Good Morning America this morning. That's right. We kept hearing that she's going to be, Halle Bailey's going to be on Good Morning America this morning. So I wonder what she had to say. I wonder if she mentioned the movie. So yeah, and if you want to, if you want to hear the entire soundtrack, it drops tonight at midnight on Apple Music, and I'm guessing many other services like my YouTube Music. So I will give that a listen. I think that's it for the day. Tomorrow, our show will be a little later. Not exactly sure what time yet. So just make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell, ask for notifications so you know what time we get started, because you won't want to miss the Friday night show, because the Friday night show don't stop. That's done.
We could start if we start at 10. We're going to start with the 10 a.m. tweets. Like, I mean, this is going to be a big event.
Yeah, they had a countdown. It looked like our local, but they would have commercials where Little Mermaid starts, and it was like the countdown where the seconds were actually counting down, like the Oppenheimer trailer, which I don't know how they do that in the movie theater. It's pretty cool. All right, we're done.